Everyone in the private dining room at the glass-walled Skycrest Hotel knew the same thing. Noah Vance never went on blind dates. He was a billionaire CEO, cold-eyed, razor-sharp, famous for shredding contracts and egos with the same icy calm. A man like him didn't have the time, or patience, for romance. Which is why his friends thought it would be hilarious to set him up. A joke. A prank on the man who never let anyone see his reactions. "Let's see if he cracks," they whispered. They arranged a blind date through a fake agency, telling Noah it was a high-profile philanthropic match with an art curator. They told the woman, a shy, obese black girl named Amara Ellis, that she had won a free VIP date experience with a generous sponsor who believed in supporting plus-size women's confidence. She had no idea she was being offered up as mockery. Noah didn't know either. But everyone else did. And they hid behind the restaurant's frosted glass screens, snickering, waiting to record his reaction. Amara stood outside the exclusive restaurant, smoothing her long braids, her heart pounding behind her ribcage. She wasn't used to luxury, definitely not this kind. Her thrift store dress fit tightly, her arms exposed, her curves impossible to hide. She almost turned around. What if this is a mistake? What if they think I don't belong? She took a shaky breath. No. They said it's a confidence date. Just try. Please just try. When she stepped in, heads turned, not in admiration, not in kindness. A few staff members looked at her, confused. A couple even smirked. Her cheeks burned. A hostess led her to the private room. She braced herself. Then she saw him. Noah Vance. The Noah Vance. Tall, broad-shouldered, dark-haired, blue-eyed, tailored suit worth more than her entire apartment. He stood up immediately, as if startled. For a throat-splitting second, Amara froze. Why would a man like him be here for me? Noah blinked, confused. Not by her size, not by her appearance, but by the unmistakable fear in her eyes. She wasn't someone who walked through life expecting attention. She looked like someone who had been hurt too often. "Amara," he asked gently. She nodded, her voice barely a whisper. "Yes. I'm sorry if I'm not what you expected." Noah frowned, not at her, but at the idea behind her words. He gestured to the seat. "I don't judge people by their wrappers." Her eyebrows lifted slightly, surprised. He continued, "Please. Sit. You look like you fought the whole world to be here." Amara swallowed hard. No one had ever spoken to her like that. The so-called friends stared through a micro gap in the partition, waiting for Noah to show disgust, to walk out, to humiliate her, to create the dramatic reaction they could laugh at for years. But Noah wasn't cooperating. "Why isn't he freaking out?" one whispered. "Maybe he's in shock. Wait for it. He'll explode." But Noah didn't explode. His face softened. He actually looked interested. They ordered food. Amara's hands trembled slightly as she held the menu. She kept worrying she was breathing too loud, taking up too much space, being too noticeable. Noah noticed everything. "You don't need to shrink yourself to make me comfortable," he said quietly. "I take up a lot of space too." Her laugh came out broken but real. "You're very different from what I imagined." Noah raised a brow. "Oh? What did you imagine?" Billionaire who'd look at me and wonder why I'm here." He leaned forward. "I'm looking at you," he said, "and wondering why you look like you expect to be judged." She inhaled sharply. No one had ever disarmed her like this. From behind the glass, the group grew restless. Why is he talking so long? He's supposed to walk out, not warm up to her. He's ruining the prank. Mid-dessert, Noah asked, "So, who nominated you for this date?" Amara hesitated. The agency said it was a confidence event. They said the sponsor wanted to support plus-size women. I thought, she swallowed. I thought someone was finally being kind. Noah's jaw tightened. Something was off. He had never signed up for any philanthropic dating program. He had simply agreed to a meeting arranged by his friends, a meeting with an art curator. Slowly the puzzle assembled in his head. They set her up. They set me up. But she doesn't know. He looked at Amara, at her trembling hands, her hopeful eyes, her nervous smile. Anger simmered under his ribs. He leaned back, voice calm but firm. Amara, will you trust me for a moment? Her eyes widened. Okay. There's something wrong about this setup, he said. And I think you're not the one who should feel embarrassed. She blinked. What do you mean? He stood up, moved his chair beside her, not across, but right next to her. The people behind the glass straightened, ready for the big reveal, the laughter, the shaming. But Noah didn't shame her. He took her hand. Whoever arranged this thought they could make you the punchline, he said softly. But you're not a joke. Her breath caught. His voice deepened, not with pity, but with conviction. People who hide behind glass walls and laugh at others, those are the real small ones. Behind the partition, faces paled. Noah wasn't supposed to say that. Amara's lips trembled. Are you saying this was a prank? On both of us, he said gently. But that doesn't mean the night was wasted. He met her eyes. In fact, you're the first real person I've talked to in months. Her eyes filled with tears. Noah. Let them laugh, he whispered. I'm not playing their game. Then he raised his voice, purposefully. Actually, he said loudly, I'm enjoying this date very much. Gasps sounded behind the partition. Someone cursed under their breath. Another whispered, panicked, he knows. Noah smirked slightly. Just as he suspected, four embarrassed faces emerged from behind the decorative panel, pretending they were just checking on him. Noah didn't even turn toward them. Instead, he took Amara's hand again and looked straight at her, not them. Would you like to continue this date somewhere more private? Away from spectators? Her cheeks flushed. Yes. Please. Noah stood, guiding her gently to her feet. To the pranksters, he tossed only one line. If you wanted to see me smile, he said coolly, you should have just let me have a normal night. Instead, you introduced me to someone worth my time. They froze. Completely stunned. Noah and Amara walked out together, leaving the four instigators speechless, miserable, defeated. When they exited the hotel, Amara stopped him. You didn't have to defend me, she whispered. Noah turned to her slowly. I didn't defend you, he said. I defended the truth. He brushed her cheek with surprising tenderness. You walked into a room full of people waiting to laugh at you, and you held your head high. Do you know how strong that makes you? Her breath shook. I was terrified. But you still came, he said. That's courage. Her tears spilled then, silent and raw. Noah gently wiped them. Amara, he murmured, would you allow me the honor of taking you on a real date? One where the only intention is to know you, not make fun of you? Her heart kicked against her ribs. Yes, she said in a trembling whisper. He smiled, soft, real, warm. Then tonight wasn't a joke, he said. It was the beginning. And with that, the billionaire who had been set up on a fake blind date walked into the night with the girl who was supposed to be the joke. But wasn't. Not anymore. Not to him.